Hey there guys, Skippy here from Skippy6 Gaming, coming to you with a pretty cool little tutorial here. It's a little bit simpler, but it needs to be discussed. It's a new item in TU19, and these are daylight sensors. So daylight sensors, what do? Well, everybody's like, oh yeah, I know what they do. They turn it. Everybody thinks technically that they think a daylight sensor is going to turn on, make streetlights for you, but it actually does the opposite. It's actually going to give you light during the day. There is a way to fix that. This is pretty straightforward. I'm just going to give kind of an advanced look at the daylight sensor in total. To make a daylight sensor, you're going to need 3 pieces of nether quartz, 3 slabs, and 3 pieces of glass. That's pretty easy. These daylight sensors are sensitive. I'm going to tell you right now, your hand, just your bare hand, will break it in 0.3 of a second, and an axe will actually for sure one-shot it, maybe multiple of them. So be very gentle around them. But let's go over here and give you kind of a quick few minute little conversation about the daylight sensors. So as you know, they turn on light during the day. A lot of people want to use them for a practical use. That said, you can see it goes as long as the redstone will go. So the one thing that you need to take into account when using a daylight sensor, they are not flammable, but as you will see right now is that they are affected by the amount of light. You don't realize it, but as you cover them up, you're going to see that line go down a lot. Once you do this and start giving it a little dark, it'll go down. You'll see. There you go. Notice once the light starts getting taken away from the daylight sensor, its power distance will go a little bit less. It doesn't affect it right away. It takes a second or two, but if you were to go ahead and cover this bad boy right up, you could potentially take all of the daylight sensing ability away right there, like a perfect example. Another thing that you guys might not know about daylight sensors is that rain will affect them as well. Rainy weather actually takes the light level down, and excuse me, will remove the light level and make them not extend as far. Notice how it goes all the way to the end as soon as we uncover it there. So the one thing here that I'm just going to show you on my way out is the number one question you're going to get asked as a YouTuber like me is, how do you make a daylight sensor work for streetlights? Well, it's very easy, guys. All you have to do is invert the signal like I have over here. That's as simple as simply putting down redstone dust, block with a torch. And then your power source or whatever you're going to want is going to be right here moving forward, because basically what will happen is once this turns on, once this turns off, this is going to turn on, and it's going to work the opposite way. So just throw yourself your street light right there in this kind of arrangement right here, and then you're going to have lights that turn on in the street, kind of like at nighttime. But there you go, guys. I kind of gave you the daylight sensor overview. A daylight sensor also is only 0.38 of a block, so it's about a third of a block high. And yeah, it's affected by light. I think the rain as well. So if you guys got any cool ideas or something you want me to do with the daylight sensor, you let me know. I'll thump out a tutorial for it pretty quick. But again, this is pretty much all you need to know. Again, realize that you got to keep this out in the sun, and in addition to that if you cover it, it's not going to be a good idea. And there you go, guys. That's pretty much a quick little once over on the daylight sensor. And yeah, I hope I gave you all the info on that one. Don't forget to hit that like button, as well as subscribe to my channel for some more tutorials. And yeah, you know the drill. I'm out.
Guns.